No, you started it. Be quiet. Shut up!
Stay back.
I was actually getting ready to leave. I was trying to leave. I'm going to fight.
Shut up!
Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at several cases of police misconduct, including an incident where a black woman was left upside down in a police cruiser for 20 minutes, crying for help and unable to breathe. On August 27, 2019, an incident occurred when Officer Levi Hafeen of the Aurora Police Department detained Ms. Shatea Kelly following an altercation with another woman in a park, where she was allegedly involved in a fight. The event was recorded both on Officer Hafeen's body camera and the cameras installed in the police cruiser.
Just watching you started with everybody out here.
It's all right, I'll get out.
202 roll rescue. I get taser deployment. No, you are.
I'm sorry, sir. She just assaulted me.
No, she didn't. You started it.
No, sir. She really didn't.
No, you started it. Be quiet.
I'm trying to be quiet, bro.
Shut up!
Look at me in my eyes, sir. I really didn't.
Be quiet.
I really didn't start that, sir. She assaulted me. And that one. Please get her. Yeah, get her, please. Get her. I want her arrested too. Get her.
No.
Under Colorado law, disorderly conduct is defined by CRS 18-9-106 and includes actions such as fighting in public places, making unreasonable noise, or using obscene language in public. In Miss Kelly's situation, she could potentially be charged with disorderly conduct. However, law enforcement officers are expected to handle such situations with professionalism and impartiality. The treatment Miss Kelly received, including being tased and harshly commanded to shut up, raises questions about whether the officer's actions were justified and proportionate to the alleged offense. While disorderly conduct laws aim to maintain public order, they do not warrant excessive use of force or inappropriate behavior from law enforcement officers. The video evidence of Miss Kelly being tased suggests that the response may have been disproportionate, and the angry reaction from Officer Hafeen indicates a potential abuse of power, which should be scrutinized in the context of enforcing disorderly conduct laws.
What's up? Come on, black man.
I don't even know what happened. I just walked up.
202, you can disregard the fire unit. Probes came out. No, you weren't. You've been instigating all this time.
Sir,
This entire time I've been out here, you've been instigating it.
Hold on. I know who caught the cop.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And you're over here causing issues with everybody.
Emo.
Yes, you are.
How do you
So that's why you're going to jail today.
I'm going to jail?
Yes, you are. Yes, I'm dead serious.
I'm sorry, so I didn't mean to do it. I didn't want to be wrong. But I realized the press charges on the ground.
You're not. No, that's not an option. That's not an option.
Sir, I'm not trying to cover it anymore. When I go to school, I work 4 jobs.
Well, you're not going tomorrow. You'll be in jail.
I don't even want to go to jail.
Yeah, that's where you're going tonight.
How?
Nope. I'm gonna put her in the back.
Come on, sir. Don't
Stand
be
up.
like that, please.
Stand up.
Okay, I'm not refusing.
Stand up.
Can I please talk to the sheriff? Oh,
We have a sergeant coming.
you didn't see me standing right here.
We watch
spraying
you
up
step.
on
We
me?
watch you step up to everybody up here and start fighting. Like everybody up there. Yep. Oh, come on. Don't even. Don't get in there. I'm not even.
Hold on.
I'm not even. I'm not even. You just lost me when you said that. That's bullshit. You know that. You know that's BS. You know that's BS.
Step
I'm
in.
not.
Have a seat. Step
Think
in.
of my
Have a
wallet. I
seat.
got $120 in there.
Put your feet in.
Line.
Put your feet in.
Because I'm gay.
Oh shit. Oh my gosh. It's gonna throw out every card.
Yep. Attempting to open my door and escape.
At this point, it is critical to understand that Officer Hafeen placed Miss Kelly into the back seat of his police cruiser when he noticed that she was attempting to open the door from the inside to escape. Officer Hafeen became irritated upon seeing this. Keep watching as the situation further escalates.
Attempting the other door to try to escape. You're trying to escape. So that's another charge. I'm gonna have to hobble her.
Okay.
You are gonna be hobbled, you understand? You're gonna be hobbled for trying to get out of my car. Yep. I'm gonna hobble her. We're hobbling. Take her out. Right on the ground.
Give me now. Where you been in my foot for? No, get this ass police face up out there. Cause you ain't gonna stay. God, you look at it, hurts me.
Now, Officer Hafeen further escalates the situation by hog-tying Miss Kelly, which seems unnecessary and potentially indicative of a power trip. This action may also suggest racial profiling and racism. Under Colorado Revised Statutes, Section 18-8-803, a peace officer who uses excessive force can be subject to criminal charges. Excessive force is defined as force beyond what is necessary to subdue a suspect or ensure the safety of the officer and others. Hog-tying, which involves binding a person's hands and feet together, is generally considered an extreme measure and is rarely justified, especially when the individual is already subdued. Racial profiling is illegal under both federal and state laws.
So if I get out, that's the only thing you have on me, you cop. You little weenie. I'm hurting tomorrow, but it's okay. At least I get my justice as a black woman. Hey, my head is about to break, bro. Hey, my neck is about to break, bro. Can you lift me up? Hey, officer. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Please help me, please. Please help me, please. Officer. Officer, please lift me up. I'll cooperate, I promise. Can you please lift me up? Officer, please lift me up. Please lift me up. Please lift me up. Please lift me up. I'll cooperate.
At this point, Miss Kelly has slipped from the seat and is now upside down in the back of the police cruiser. As Officer Hafeen drives to the jail, he appears to ignore Miss Kelly's cries for help and pleas, in which she claims she can't breathe. She also asserts that the tension and weight on her neck could cause it to snap if she is not assisted. Despite her desperate cries, the officer seems to be disregarding her distress. Chief of Aurora Police, Vanessa Wilson, later stated, there was no reason for Hafeen to hog-tie the woman in the first place, other than punishing her because the back seat door handles are inoperable.
Please lift me up. Officer, can you please lift me up? I can't breathe. Officer, I can't breathe. Please lift me up on the ground. Please lift me up, officer. Officer, please lift me up. Please lift me up. I'm on the concrete. I'm claustrophobic, officer. Please lift me up. Please lift me up, officer. Please lift me up. I'm on the ground. I can't get up. Officer, officer, please don't let me die back here. Please, officer. Officer, please, I'll cooperate. Please lift me up. Please, officer. Officer, please. Officer, 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 please. Please let me up, officer. I promise I'll be good. Please let me up, officer. Please let me up, officer. I can't breathe. I can't breathe, officer. Please, officer. Please don't make me drive all the way out of Alameda like this, officer. Are you really like that, man? Come on, officer, please. Oh my God, I can't breathe. 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 Please lift me up, officer. Please lift me up, officer. Are you taking me to Adams County? Sir? 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 You're taking me. Sir? You're hurting my head when you turn like that. Please lift me up. Sir. Sir, I promise I'll be good. How many times do I gotta beg you, Master? Master, I'll be good.
This situation is egregious, as Officer Hafeen did not help or respond to Miss Kelly's pleas for the entire 20-minute journey. This behavior is deeply concerning, as it undermines the trust between law enforcement and the community. Even more terrifying is that Officer Hafeen's actions, possibly motivated by racial bias, led Miss Kelly to plead with him, calling him Master. This is highly upsetting. Furthermore, since this treatment occurred while Miss Kelly was in custody, Officer Hafeen's actions clearly breach Miss Kelly's constitutionally protected 8th Amendment rights, which state, excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. This means that a person in custody should not be subject to cruel and unusual punishments, which in this scenario, Miss Kelly definitely is.
Please let me out. Are you ready? Come on, let me out, please.
Got a female new assistant, she's hobbled.
Help me out, please. Help me out. Help me out, please. Help me. Help me up. Help me out, please. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Help me up. I can't breathe. Please help me.
Honey, why are you head down like that?
Help me out.
Okay.
Help me, please.
Okay. I think
I can't breathe. Help me.
No, it's... Do you need some help?
Okay. Thank you.
A disciplinary review board recommended that Hafeen be suspended for 180 hours, but Chief Wilson decided to fire him in February 2020, stating that he made a bad decision and showed no remorse for his actions. Hafeen appealed the decision, claiming he couldn't see Kelly from where he was seated in the car. The footage was played at his appeal hearing in October 2020 to determine whether he should be reinstated. Hafeen's appeal for his termination was unsuccessful. 4 members of Aurora's Civil Service Commission upheld his firing in late 2020. He is lucky she did not die in the backseat of that car, because he would be, in my opinion, in an orange jumpsuit right now, said Chief Wilson. On April 11th, 2020, Kennedale Police Department officers Brian Andrews and Charles Burns were dispatched to Mr. Clinton Grimsley's home in response to a call reporting that Mr. Grimsley was starting fires in his front yard and beating on his porch with an object. The incident was captured on the body-worn cameras of Officer Rains. Officer Burns and Andrews encountered Mr. Grimsley as he emerged from the side of his home carrying a toy sword. They commanded him to drop the sword and raise his hands, which Mr. Grimsley promptly did, subsequently complying with an order to sit on the front porch. Officer Burns then instructed Mr. Grimsley to stand so he could conduct a weapons search, during which a pocket knife was found and confiscated. Feeling threatened as officers began to handcuff him, Mr. Grimsley fled the scene. Upon arrival, Officer Kelson escalated the situation dramatically by drawing his firearm, ordering Mr. Grimsley to the ground, and then physically assaulting him. He kicked Mr. Grimsley in the head, subsequently pistol whipping him multiple times on the back of the head. Officer Raines arrived shortly after these events unfolded. This conduct by the officers, particularly Officer Kelson's use of force, likely violates both Texas state law and federal statutes. Under Texas Penal Code Section 9.51, the use of force by a peace officer is permissible to make an arrest or search, but only if the officer reasonably believes the force is immediately necessary. The actions of kicking and pistol whipping an already subdued suspect exceeds this standard and can be construed as excessive force.
So, right hand's right here. Stop, dude. Stop. Let go. Let go.
Upon his arrival at the scene, where Mr. Grimsley was already subdued, Officer Raines immediately intensified the confrontation by delivering a series of punches to Mr. Grimsley's face and head. This aggressive behavior is alarming and suggests that Officer Raines may have been acting on personal animosity, potentially perceiving himself as being above the law. This conduct by Officer Raines could be in violation of federal law, specifically 18 U.S.C. Section 242. This statute criminalizes the actions of any law enforcement officer who willfully deprives an individual of rights or privileges protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States. The excessive force demonstrated by Officer Raines, particularly given that Mr. Grimsley was already controlled and posed no apparent threat, could constitute a violation of Mr. Grimsley's Fourth Amendment rights against unreasonable searches and seizures. Such actions not only breach legal standards, but also undermine the integrity of law enforcement.
Let go of the stick. Let go. Stop. Still got it. Up my hand, I got the cartridges. Okay. Found something. Hey, over here, get this. Help me get the stick out. Oh, I got it. Never mind, I got it. All right.
At this point, Officer Raines ceases punching Mr. Grimsley and instead begins to strike him repeatedly on the face and head with a flashlight, totaling more than 16 blows as reported by the body camera. This severe misuse of force is particularly egregious given the silence of other officers present, who failed to intervene or comment on Officer Raines' actions. The Fourth Amendment protects individuals from unreasonable seizures, which include physical force that is excessive relative to the threat posed by an individual during an arrest. To repeated strikes with a flashlight, especially after Mr. Grimsley was subdued, clearly violate this protection. The lack of response from the other officers also raises concerns about departmental practices and the culture of accountability within the police force. These actions undermine public trust in law enforcement and necessitate immediate and thorough investigation.
Let's work on this. Let's work on his left hand right here. Yeah. Hit me with it once. He's gonna bite too, so watch out. I got it, Paul. He's getting his arm out. All right, this arm's behind him.
All right, I got his head. Don't worry about his head. You don't need to take a cuff?
Yeah, he's still fighting.
Are you hobbled for the legs?
Yeah, probably.
No good? I know I'm bleeding. All right. You're good. Swap out, man. Swap out. We got it. Swap out. You're good.
Don't worry. Adam 5, give me an ambulance. He's been struck in the face a couple times with flat.
We got this on.
My
camera's down there somewhere.
Cameras everywhere. Hey, shut him away. Cameras everywhere.
Let's get him up. We're good.
All right. Where's his? All right.
That's fine.
They're gonna grab a spit head for us.
Injured officer walking out the street to make some contact.
Y'all got a car ready? It don't matter which one.
Yeah, there's one right here.
Just carry him.
Hey, stop it!
Have y'all patted it down?
You're gonna stand up. You
Took a
hear me?
knife off his out of his
Don't
pockets,
stand him
but
up.
I
Just
have not.
carry him.
I have not actually searched it.
All ready? Let's go. Let's go.
Kicked him and
Let's stay down.
You got him? All right, let's go. You got us?
Y'all in?
It can be seen at this point how bloody Mr. Grimsley's face is from the repeated battery to his head. It is disappointing and frightening to see law enforcement officers treat a member of the community this way, especially since Mr. Grimsley was on his own property and had broken no laws.
4 out of 5. I'm gonna have blood exposure to my mouth from the suspect. I'm gonna need a second ambulance.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
10-4 if they don't have one en route.
anything, man?
Nah, I was hitting him pretty good and kind of ton of blood in my mouth.
Y'all hurt?
No, we're good. Sorry, they coming to check you out, right, sir? You got someone coming?
Man. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Cancel that second ambulance for me, y'all. Get up there myself. I guess for now, can you watch him since no one's up right here? Thanks.
Hey, brother, how are you, man? Well, you know, long time no see.
Here. Oh, y'all checking too?
Yeah, thanks. You have any injuries?
You good?
Yeah. Struck him in the face with my flashlight.
Mr. Grimsley was charged with assault on a police officer, evading arrest, and resisting arrest according to Tarrant County Criminal Court records. His assaulting a peace officer charge was dismissed, but he was sentenced to 150 days in jail on the other 2 charges, according to court records. Mr. Grimsley is suing Kennedale officer Christopher Kelson and Mansfield officer Brian Rains for excessive use of deadly force. On February 19, 2024, Officer Donovan Bever and a colleague from the Columbus Police Department were concluding a traffic stop when they recognized 2 14-year-old youths nearby, whom they had noticed earlier in the day. After the traffic stop, the officers decided to approach the teenagers, prompting the youths to flee. Reacting to their flight, the second officer initiated a foot chase, while Officer Bever maneuvered his patrol vehicle to intercept the teenagers from a different location. During this pursuit, the second officer escalated the situation by drawing his service weapon and forcing the teenagers to the ground, threatening to shoot if they did not comply. They did comply and were on the ground by the time Officer Bever reached the group. The sequence of events continues as Officer Bever arrives at the scene, with the encounter being recorded on his body camera.
Alright, chill. Oh, shit, out of my head. Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. I'm sorry. Oh, you hit my face. Hands behind your back. Please, I'm sorry.
At this juncture, the scene captured on Officer Bever's body camera shows him arriving to find the second officer in the process of arresting one teenager, while the other lies on the ground as instructed. Despite the non-threatening situation, Officer Bever's response is markedly aggressive. He grabs the second teenager by his dreadlocks and forcefully smashes the boy's face into the concrete multiple times. The 14-year-old's cries of "please don't do it again" and his apologies are audibly captured, highlighting the distressing nature of the encounter, especially given that the teenager's behavior did not warrant such violent treatment. Officer Bever's actions could be seen as a reckless disregard for the duties of police officers to protect individuals in their custody from harm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You can sit right here and wait.
Alright, please. Oh, that's tight. That's tight. Oh, that's tight. Oh, chill. I'm complying. I'm complying.
You move, I will break your face.
Okay,
You understand me?
yes, I understand.
Now, as one teenager repeatedly asserts, I'm compliant," Officer Bever appears to deliberately inflict pain during the arrest. He tightens the handcuffs excessively on the child's wrist bones, a fact visible in the video, despite the child vocalizing that they are too tight and causing pains. After securing the handcuffs, Officer Bever aggressively flips the teenager to his side and issues a threatening statement. "If you move, I will break your face." Such conduct is egregiously inappropriate and falls well below the standards of professionalism expected from law enforcement officers. Officer Bever's threatening language and physically abusive behavior could fall under this provision as it interferes with the teenager's right to fair and humane treatment.
I'm bleeding. Oh, my face.
At this point in the incident, Officer Bever proceeds to empty the boy's pockets, finding a charging brick and another solid item. He then throws these items directly at the child's face, causing the child to exclaim, "Oh, my face." Such behavior is entirely unacceptable and raises serious concerns about the potential racial motivations behind the actions, especially given that the child is black and Officer Bever is white. This could suggest not only an abuse of power, but also racially motivated misconduct. Ohio Revised Code Section 2903.13 defines assault as knowingly causing or attempting to cause physical harm to another. Throwing objects at a child's face clearly falls under this definition. Furthermore, Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibits discrimination on the basis of race, color, or national origin in programs and activities receiving federal financial assistance.
Stop. That's the torch. Sorry. I won't do it again.
Yeah, make sure you don't have a gun, brother.
I don't got a gun. Bro,
You alright?
yeah, I'm alright, bro. Just don't do it again. You heard it for what?
You're under
For
arrest.
what,
We
bro?
tell you stop, you'll get run.
It wasn't that serious, bro.
It is now.
Alright, it is now, bro. Then you didn't have to do my face like that. Alright, chill, you don't have to do that. Alright. Chill.
once, I'm not letting you run away. I'm getting you to the cruiser safely. You understand?
Alright.
The following day after the incident, Officer Donovan Bever was placed on administrative leave. Once the internal investigation was completed, the Columbus Police Chief and the Director of Public Safety made the decision to terminate Officer Bever's employment. He was officially charged with violating the division's rules of conduct, specifically for engaging in abusive or violent behavior and for breaching the department's use of force policy. Next, on March 30th, 2024, the Tama Police Department responded to a 911 call about a domestic disturbance. The caller reported loud talking and repeated yelling of the word "no" from a neighboring household. Officers were promptly dispatched to address the situation, with Officer Jake Kessler arriving first on the scene. The entire incident was captured on the body cameras worn by the responding officers.
Guys. Can I help you? Yeah, I was told there's people fighting here. No fighting, arguing. Family dispute.
Brothers arguing.
Okay, that's all it is.
And
We didn't call you, we don't need you. Okay, do you have an ID on you? Am I under arrest? No, not right now. Then no. Okay, stop. No, I didn't.
He ain't got
Put
no
your hands
warrants
behind your
for
back.
that.
I didn't do nothing. Put your hands behind your back. I'll give you my ID. Put your hands. I'm just trying to. Give me your ID then.
He didn't do nothing.
Okay, call it what you want.
It's just brothers arguing.
I didn't do nothing.
And
Okay.
he's being the mother.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
At this point in the incident, Officer Kessler arrived at the property where he was met by the occupants, one of whom was later identified as Mr. Andrew House. Mr. House informed Officer Kessler that his presence was not requested by anyone in the household, effectively stating that the officer was not welcome. When Officer Kessler then requested identification, Mr. House declined to provide it, correctly noting that he was neither under arrest nor being detained, and thus under no obligation to furnish identification. Ignoring this, Officer Kessler proceeded to physically seize Mr. House, forcibly dragging him into the front yard, where he was thrown to the ground in full view of his young children, ages 3 and 5, and other family members. This escalation occurred as more officers began arriving at the scene. Under Iowa Code Section 804.5, law enforcement officials are permitted to request identification only under circumstances where there is reasonable suspicion that an individual is involved in a criminal activity. Mr. House's refusal to provide identification, given that he was not being lawfully detained or arrested, was within his rights, making Officer Kessler's demand and subsequent aggressive actions potentially unlawful. This misuse of power highlights a serious breach of conduct and raises significant legal concerns regarding the adherence to state laws designed to protect citizens' rights against unreasonable searches and seizures.
Hey, look, I'm sorry. Ow! Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. I didn't do nothing. I was giving you my ID. I was giving you my ID. Who else? Shut up. Who else is arguing?
It was him and him arguing, and me being the mother, I was yelling, telling them to stop.
I didn't do anything wrong.
He didn't do nothing.
What is going on?
Arguing.
We were just arguing because he's
You can
mad.
go in my car, Dallas.
He's mad that I've been staying here with my mom. He tried saying
It's just,
that I wasn't helping my mom out, and
it's just this.
I said that I've been helping her out, and then we were just arguing back and forth, and I told him, I was like, please stop. My mom was telling him to stop. That's all that happened.
Okay.
And I start yelling because I start getting scared,
Okay. Do you have an ID?
I do.
But neither one of them did anything wrong. Just
But when I
arguing.
show up here and I need to figure stuff out, and I deal with that, we're not doing that.
6:27, 29. Nine 7-0 and I'm married 2729.
station.
Where's Andrew at now?
In the back of my car.
Do you need his name? I can give you his name.
I do need his name.
It's Andrew Haas.
How long were you guys fighting for?
It was just a few minutes.
Yeah, it was just them bickering back and forth because, you know, one of them says something, the other one gets snappy back and just causes argument.
What's his birthday?
5/14/97.
At this stage, Officer Kessler has gathered all necessary information from Mr. House's family, revealing that the situation was not as critical as initially perceived. It becomes apparent that the level of force employed, particularly the decision to physically apprehend Mr. House, was excessively disproportionate to the actual circumstances. There was no immediate need for violent action or direct arrest when a more measured approach, such as discussing the situation further with other household members to clarify the facts, could have been pursued. Law Enforcement Misconduct Statute 34 U.S.C. Section 12601 makes it unlawful for any law enforcement officer to engage in a pattern or practice of conduct that deprives persons of rights protected by the U.S. Constitution or laws. This includes the right to be free from unreasonable force by law enforcement officers.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Before you answer any questions or answer any statements, you must fully understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before you answer any questions or make any statements, and have a lawyer present during questioning. You cannot afford a lawyer. One will be provided to you free of cost.
I was trying to avoid a fight.
Do you understand these rights I've explained to you? Okay.
Please don't. I was getting ready to leave. I promise I will leave. I got.
Hold on. Can we try this again in a much more civil way?
Yes. I'm so sorry.
What happened today?
So I come here and visit my mom. I bring my wife and my kids every Saturday. My brother Alan, he's got a cocky attitude for some reason. I'm a bird feeder. He was just being all cocky. We started arguing.
Okay. Why were you arguing?
Just because the way he's talking to me and stupid shit. I was actually getting ready to leave. That's I did the stuff and I saw it on the sidewalk. I was actually getting ready to put it in the car. Because I'm trying to avoid it all. I don't want to deal with it.
Are you mad that your brother's staying here?
No.
Okay.
Yes, I did tell him we needed to go. That's just because I was mad. You know? Kept telling me shut up, and he wouldn't shut up. He just kept going. Like, dude, just shut up, please. Like, I'm trying to get my kids and leave to avoid all this. Like,
So
I live an hour away. My wife don't even drive. My oldest is at his grandparents. He's supposed to be home tomorrow. At home. I'm just trying to leave.
where do you live at?
I live in Senior.
So when I get called to a fight in progress with 3 or 4 people involved, is how it comes out to me, okay? And I get here, you want nothing to do with me.
I was just.
You won't give me your ID.
I'm sorry.
I asked you to put your hands behind your back, and I grabbed your arm, and then you want to resist.
No.
We're not going to play that game. Especially when I have 3 or 4 people fighting, maybe, okay? That's why that happened like it did.
I tried catching myself because I don't want to fall down the stairs further. And I really am sorry for that. I'm not the type of person that wants to argue with cops or nothing. I just wanted to leave, that's all.
And I just wanted your ID, right?
And I'm sorry.
Okay. So right now, that probably would have happened if you gave me your ID and it would have been a simple, easy thing.
Please.
But right now, you're under arrest for interference.
Where's my wife and my kids supposed to be?
I don't know.
Just please.
They'll have to figure that out for right now.
I am sorry, just please, one chance. You won't ever.
So here's the deal.
Here.
It's a simple misdemeanor. I'm going to take you up to the jail, And with it being a simple, you can plead guilty or not guilty. If you plead not guilty, you'll get a court date and you're free to leave. If you plead guilty,
When would I be able to leave?
listen. If you plead guilty, you'll leave and they'll send you your fine in the mail. Either way, you get to leave. It's a simple.
Today?
Yes.
Okay.
But either way, you're going up there first.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
I just want to get my wife and my kids. Can I talk to my wife real quick?
I'll have her come over here.
Okay.
44. You want to have her come over?
I am really sorry. I really appreciate everything you guys do for us. You guys risk your life every day.
What's going on?
Don't worry about it. They're going to take you.
No matter how he pleads, he'll be free to leave, and I'll bring him back down here. But he will be leaving. He's not staying here after that. Okay.
No, they're robbing.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll walk back. I'll get the vehicle. Just please get.
So hey,
See him.
either way you're going up there, and either way you get to leave. But I'll bring you back down if you promise to leave and not come back today.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's go get this taken care of, then we'll come back down and you can pack up and go.
Okay, I'll be back.
It won't take long. Give us like a half hour. Okay. Yeah, just throw it in the car, whatever.
Mr. House admitted guilt to a charge of interference with official acts, classified as a misdemeanor. Mr. House mentioned that he is in the process of seeking legal representation to pursue a case against the Tama Police Department, though he has not yet secured a lawyer willing to take on the case. He also expressed concern about the impact of the incident on his young children, who were present during the event. My 3- and 5-year-old were right there when it happened, and now when they see a cop, they get scared. He shared, highlighting the distressing effect the encounter has had on his family. Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter